Greetings, fellow Whovians. Whovie and Queen here. Hope you have a good week so far. Well, we're looking at the 12th Doctor era, now continues on with my favorite episode, Rosa. When the 13th Doctor attempts to return to present-day Sheffield, the TARDIS instead brings her and her friends to Montgomery, Alabama in 1955. Before attempting to leave, the Doctor finds that there are traces of Artron energy in the area from another time travel device. Deciding to investigate, the group learned that they have arrived the day before Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat as bus driver James F. Blake demanded on December 1st, effectively influencing the civil rights movement. Tracing the energy, the group locate a suitcase of equipment from the future, but are unable to learn more when they are forced to flee when someone attempts to hit them with a time displacement device. The Doctor suspects he's trying to alter Parks' history. Leaving for us to research everything behind the critical moment on December 1st, the Doctor returns to examine the suitcase's contents before using it to shield herself from its owner, a rehabilitated mass murderer named Krasko. The Doctor and Krasko seeks to prevent the Montgomery bus boycott from occurring, but cannot simply kill Parks, since his neural implants prevent him from killing any living being. The Doctor is unable to convince him to abandon his plan, despite taking his time displacement device and destroying his vortex manipulator. When the Doctor learns that Krasko had arranged for Blake to take the day off, she and her friends focus on keeping history on track despite Krasko working to counter their efforts. Ryan encounters Krasko blocking the bus route with the car after removing false notices at bus stops, when Krasko succeeded in keeping the bus from reaching its passenger quota. Ryan learns that Krasko's actions are motivated by his deeply racist views, and uses the criminal's own displacement device to send him into the past to stop him completely. Removing the blockade, he and the others rejoin the Doctor on the bus's passengers before reaching Empire Theater. As the moment arrives, the Doctor realizes they have become integral to events and is forced to keep them aboard the bus. After witnessing Parks being arrested by the police for violating segregation laws, the group then returns to the TARDIS, where the Doctor shows them the impact Rosa has had on history, leading to an asteroid being named in her honor in the future. That's nice. So let's take a look at some continuity surrounding this episode. The president of Stormcage, mentioned in Rosa when the 13th Doctor recognizes a tattoo on their Krasko, was featured in episodes The 11th Doctor, permanents a place where River's song serves time for the murder of her husband. So now let's take a look at the production of this episode. Created by Blackman, she became the first person of color writer to work on the program in its entire history, something almost accomplished by Robin Mukherjee, sorry if I mispronounced that, 29 years earlier during the run of the original series with the animated Axilion. And now on to the casting. After the premiere episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, was broadcast, it was confirmed that Annette Robinson and Joshua Bowman would be among a number of guest actors that would appear in the series. Annette Robinson previously played on Doctor Who as Albie Lerner in Series 3, Episode 42, also written by Chris Chibnall. Actor Morgan Deere, who playing Arthur in this episode, also previously appeared on Doctor Who as Hawk in the November 1987 3-episode serial Delta and the Bannerman. Now on to the music. The closing credits for Rosa were played out with a single Rise Up by Andra Day. It is one of a few episodes of the program's history not to end with a traditional closing theme. And finally, on to the filming. The episode was filmed in Cape Town, South Africa. Nice. So overall, I really, really loved this episode, and like I said, it's definitely my favorite episode, not just of this season, but also of this era as well, so yeah. So overall, I give Rosa 5 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, until next time, let's wait to take a look at arachnids in the UK. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it around. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about when I upload videos. And if you want to help support this channel further, then be sure to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in the description below. Anyway, until next time, this is Whovie and Queen saying, "Oh my giddy aunt! When I say run, run! I've reversed the polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo!" Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.